Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brother Carl. Tuned in to the realest conversations on the net. So sit back, relax, and you already know what to do. Talk to me, Brother Carl's on the scene. Real talk, good vibes and everything in between. Hit that like, share the light, you know what it means. Subscribe, don't hide, join the fam, live the dream. Now talk to me when the truth gets told. Brother Carl in the chair, got wisdom, that's gold. You don't wanna miss a minute, nah, not at all. Hit that bell and the light, coming around with Carl. He bring the heat from the streets to the soul. Last love and lessons, yeah, we play that role. Coming down low, let your voice be heard. This the people show, powered up by the word. Talk to me, Brother Carl's on the scene. Real talk, good vibes and everything in between. Hit that like, share the light, you know what it means. Subscribe, don't hide, join the fam, live the dream. You know the vibe, this is Talk to Me with Brother Carl, every voice matters. Like, share, subscribe, let's talk, let's grow, let's get it in. Good vibes, everything, hit that light, share the light, you know what it means. Subscribe, don't hide, join the fam, live the dream out. Live the dream out. Just talk to me where the truth gets told. Brother Carl in the chair, got wisdom, that's gold. You don't wanna miss a minute, nah, not at all. Hit that bell and the light, come around with Carl. He bring the heat from the streets to the soul. Laughs, love, and lessons, yeah, we play that role. Coming down low, let your voice be heard. It's the people show, powered up by the word. Know the vibe, this is Talk to Me with Brother Carl, every voice matters. Like, share, subscribe, let's talk, let's grow, let's get it out. Bro, talk to me, Brother Carl's on the scene. Real talk, good vibes. This is Talk to Me with Brother Carl, every voice matters. Like, share, subscribe, let's talk, let's grow, let's get it in. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brother Carl. Tuned in to the realest conversations on the net. So sit back, relax, and you already know what to do.
And it is Brother Carl Talk to Me at 4 here in Palm Beach County. One of the attempts to try to bring some closure to the multitude of complex problems that are plaguing the African American community here in Palm Beach County, which we know now. I'm sure hopefully we'll be able to bring into the studio room our county commissioner, Mr. Greg Weiss. He's scheduled to be with us. For some reason, we were on a little bit earlier, but we seem to have some difficulty in presenting this. Tony, I don't know what's happening, but I don't see Mr. Weiss appearing on I see myself now, and I don't see Mr. Weiss, but hopefully we'll be able to straighten that out in some minutes.
I'm there.
Hey,
Carl.
I can hear your voice. How you doing, Mr. White?
I'm good.
Yeah, he's there.
Well, I want to bring you forward because here in Palm Beach County, African Americans are having a terrible problem as it relates to people speaking to the specificities of some of the things that are needed in our community. And with you being a county commissioner, former mayor of the county commissioner, I know that you have always shown the community a measure of respect and honor and love. And I just wanted to bring you forward because I reached out to some of our Black politicians and they refused to talk to the African American community. But I just wanted to bring you forward so that possibly you might be able to give us some kind of direction on some of the things that are transpiring at the county commissioner level in Palm Beach County.
Appreciate it. I don't know. I'm hearing a little bit of the breakup on your audio, and I think your video is frozen on at least on my end. So hopefully everything's okay. It's we have a very diverse community made up of lots of different cultures, folks, from all over the world, really living here. However, understanding that there is a legacy of African Americans living in this community, building this community. And I think it's important that we put in place the recognition of the contributions of the people that helped to build this community. And so that was the early pioneers, and some of which were Black. And so I think it's an important part of our history, and they're an important part of our legacy, you all. So, um, as a county commissioner, our focus is really on the well-being of everybody living in our community, making sure people are safe, that they have access to the resources to be able to live their best possible lives here in Palm Beach County.
We seem to have lost Brother Carl. He's trying to reconnect right now. Give us 1 second.
All right.
Hold on. He's trying to reconnect. Brother Carl, activate your microphone so I can bring you back on.
So you think it's better if I use less bandwidth, if I shut off my camera?
No, you're fine on your end.
All right.
The issue is coming up on his end. Activate your microphone, Brother Carl. I'm gonna.
You love technology when it works, right?
Exactly.
Well, maybe you and I can have a conversation.
Right? How was your day so far?
Absolutely excellent. We're having beautiful, beautiful days here in Southeast Florida, aren't we?
Great. Is that keeping you busy in your position?
Yeah, we've actually there was a couple week break where we had no county commission meetings, so that's just concluding, and things start back up again for us this coming Tuesday. It'll be our first meeting in a couple weeks. So
Okay.
I heard something. Was that Carl?
I'm not. I still see him saying he's trying to connect.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna put on a temporary commercial that I had. Just a moment.
Mama says there are only two things in life that you worry about: whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about: whether you're gonna get better, whether you're gonna get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about: whether you're gonna live, whether you're gonna die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things: whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about: original or extra crispy. That's the
There we go.
I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, well, we're having a few problems. You can see some of the efforts. But as we continue, Mr. Weiss, I'm thankful that you did appear and have and we give you the opportunity to talk to our community, because I know that the county commissioner has the ability to talk to us. That's why I was reaching out to you. Tony, you got us back in there yet?
Yeah. Everything is clear. You're just Yeah,
I don't know
everything's
what
back
happened
on
with that.
except you're just kind of muffled. Sound like you're a little robotic. But Mr. Weiss is clear. I'm clear. It's just a weakness on your end.
I think we lost him again.
Oh, there he goes. Hold on.
Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook.
Are you there, Tony?
We're all here. We're just waiting for you.
Mr. Weiss?
I'm here.
Yeah, we're having few difficulties in this podcast, but I still want to reach out again once we get this kind of stuff cleared up, because it's vitally important to hear from people that are in Palm Beach County that are sincere about addressing the problems of Palm Beach County. You know,
Sure.
and it's important because you set an example for other politicians to follow. Right now, we need that kind of genuine concern inside of the county, you know, with everything deteriorating supposedly from the governmental perspective. And what are some of the things that we possibly might be able to focus on inside of the community that might give us some kind of assistance in order for us to kind of stabilize some of the stuff that's going on in Palm Beach County. So I wanted to thank you for coming again. And I'm just, I don't know what's going on with the feed, but I do know that I hope you can hear me. And
I
if you like to respond to anything that I have to say, it is greatly appreciated, because inside of Palm Beach County, once again, there's a tremendous need for the African American community to get some clear, concise information from those who are responsible for the stewardship of our lives. That makes sense?
Yeah, yep. I think, and it's something that you've actually, and I know you're going to have Marcia Andrews on after me. But education plays such an important role on the success, I think, of everybody. And that we have the systems in place. And you and I have talked in the past about the impact of technology, and in fact, as we're experiencing some of it right now. But the importance of this is becoming even more and more apparent with the advent of artificial intelligence, how quickly things are changing in our society and in the world, that, how quickly people can adapt to these changes. And that may mean, changes in the skills that they need to be able to provide for themselves. And so education is something that's going to be impacting us not only as young people, just learning the basics and getting our basic education, but I believe we're going to see that people are going to have to reskill themselves, and that means that governments are going to, be one of the keys to having those kind of programs that allow folks, as things change in the work environment, for them to adapt. So I think it's going to be very important. Clearly, anybody who's involved in the trades, they're, those jobs are going to be around, but those are going to change. I mean, the technology. When I look at, something a few years ago, an air conditioner, basically ran in two positions, or it was either on or it was off. Now today, they're much more complex systems. Our cars are all computer controlled and so forth. So I just think that education, and specifically adult education, is going to be very, very important. And I want to make sure that we have the resources here for our folks.
Well, most of the time when my community come down to the county commissioner meeting, because we don't attend as often as we should, we many times come in and feel alienated because we don't know anybody that is sitting on the roster that
Mm.
has any kind of real relationship with our community. So I wanted to bring you forward so that the next
Think we lost you again, Carl, but I think I know, what direction you were headed. And let me just say this, people should feel welcome to come into any public meeting. It's their meeting. We're there, we serve at the will of the voters, the people who put us in office. And, whether somebody understands, the sort of the rules or the methods or how these meetings run, we're there to help them, make that, be able to do that. I want everybody to feel comfortable to come down and be able to talk directly to their elected officials. So, as a as a county commissioner, I've always had an open door policy. I do everything in my power to meet with folks as quickly as possible, and to try and help them either figure out where they need to go, how they need to, what they're trying to accomplish, and how do we, if government is involved in it, how do we make sure government is working for them?
I, I have a question while we're waiting for Carl to come back in. If you can hear me.
Sure. Yeah.
Being that you said you have an open door policy, my question is for the people that's in your district or needs to reach out to you, what would be the best way of connection? Would it be through an email or through a cell phone or a contact phone number? Can you let people know what would be the best method of connecting to you or to get a message to you?
Sure. Yeah, you can certainly calling directly into the office, and that's 561-355-2202. Again, 561-355-2202. And somebody, we try and answer every phone call immediately, but if it does go to voicemail, you'll receive a call back very shortly. Or if email is easier or more convenient for you, you can email us. I think the best email address is to district, the word district, the numeral 2, so district 2 at pbc.gov. So district 2 at pbc.gov. You're also welcome, and my staff will keep an eye on that email box to see what's coming in there. But you're also welcome to write to me directly, and my direct email address is GWEISS. So GWEISS at pbc.gov. And I read all my own emails as well. And so if there's a concern and we can take care of it directly, we'll do so. But if we need to, or if you're requesting a meeting, we'll be happy to set that up as well.
Okay, Tiama says hi everybody. Is one of the viewers.
Okay. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, looks like Brother Carl is trying to come back in right now.
He was there for the intro and maybe the close, huh?
Right? Exactly. For the viewers, if you have any questions for Commissioner Weiss, you can write your
That's my
comments,
cat.
type your comments in the comment section, and we'll show them on the screen and read them. And perhaps he can answer your questions as well. So feel free to type your questions, anything for the commissioner.
Yep, be happy to.
For Brother
And
Carl.
I that's one of my cats is meowing. I apologize for that. So.
Oh, I'm an animal lover myself. I have a dog.
He goes out for walks and he's ready for his walk. He's telling me.
What's your cat name?
His name is Bentley.
Bentley. Okay, I like that. I like that. I remember that back in the day there was a TV show with Mr. Bentley.
Yeah, well, Bentley's previous owners passed away, and so we took him in. So he's part of our family now.
Yes. It's so amazing how the animals become a part of the family. Yeah.
We do a lot of fostering for a number of the animal rescues, including Peggy Adams, Animal Care and Control. So we're big. We've got 3 kittens in the house right now that we're fostering. So in addition to our own brood.
Hmm.
Any questions coming in? I don't see any.
No questions on the screen. It looks like Brother Carl is still trying to. His internet is weak on his end.
I think so. Yeah. We need to get him a new broadband.
Right?
Yeah. Make sure he's not on a dial-up modem.
I remember that back in the day, AOL.
Yeah. I think they just retired that We've Got Mail. Yeah. My
Exactly.
background's in technology.
That now you're telling your age now.
You
I
know?
remember that back in the day, to dial up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Brother Carl, are you with us?
Nope, we lost him again.
Lost him again.
He's out in cyberspace.
Again, for the viewers out there that's watching the show, thank you for joining us. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button, and we'd appreciate it. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the like button, which is the thumbs up. But if you have any questions for Commissioner Greg Weiss, he's the Palm Beach County Commissioner, please type your questions in the comment section below, and I'll read your questions on the screen, and he will be happy to answer them. Brother Carl, if you can hear me, because I see you trying to come in again, activate your microphone and I can bring you in. So until you activate your microphone, I can't bring you in. It won't allow me to. Let me see something. Come on, Brother Carl. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
How are you making sure all communities, especially underserviced ones, are represented in county decisions?
Excellent question. So, it's a matter of, I think, somebody like myself, I spend time out in the community, uh, all over the community, quite frankly. And so, it depending on what the issue might be, sometimes it will be, in some cases, calling up folks that are subject matter experts, to talk with them to make sure that, if there is a community that potentially might be overlooked or whatever, might not, have been considered, would be to ask that question of them. And a lot of times, though, the community is reaching out with their opinions if they're, once they're aware of a topic or concern. And because all of our agendas are on, online in advance, and typically if there's especially anything controversial is coming in front of us, we do hear from the public. They're engaged, and then the word gets out. Social media, I think, has really helped in that regard. But it's really, it's up to us to do our homework, and to engage. And I believe I have contacts deep within Palm Beach County, and I will reach out to folks that I'm familiar with, and if they have people that they think I should talk to, I'll follow up with them as well. So it's a combination of things, but I do have to say, a lot of what we do, it impacts everybody. And so it's really thinking about everybody. We're elected to represent everyone, not just, the people who voted for us. And so that means if they're a different political party, to sit down and be able to talk with folks, or if their ideas are different, to be able to listen to them. Okay.
Equity and policy. What specific policies has your office implemented to address systemic inequities affecting the Black communities in Palm Beach County?
Mm. Well, that's not something we do, as an office. It's something we do as a county government. Most recently, as you know, there's been an executive order by our president that, if we want to be eligible to receive federal funds, that we have to abide by all executive orders. And one of them was the elimination of programs that are, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. So, for
Correct.
example, we have we had a program specifically targeting small businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, to try and help those smaller businesses in our community have access to the money being spent, the local, these are our tax dollars being spent. So in order to continue to qualify for those grants, we had to suspend that program. And so it is in suspension, but it doesn't mean that we are not going to continue to support our small businesses, regardless of, who they're owned by, but that they are small businesses here in our community, and they're going to the program is going to continue to go on without those specific set asides, if you will, but there will still be a set aside for small business in many of our expenditures. And those numbers are set by a committee. They look at what the availability of folks that can participate in a particular project, and then they come up with a recommendation as to what what's available for everybody to be able to participate in. So we are still going to push forward to try and make sure that as many folks and small businesses can participate. As it relates to housing, that's been a focus of mine personally, and to ensure that we have affordable, safe, clean housing for everybody. And, that's through how do we create those kinds of programs? And it's typically done, either through the addition of density, which is a way of, if you will, creating, additional places for people to live. And that lowers the cost of each individual unit by having more of them available, if you will, on that same property. The challenge we run into with these kinds of housing programs is, folks that have been living in a community, they don't want to see anything changed. And so by adding some more density, there's concerns. And so we run into issues where, the existing neighborhood will say, no, we want to help people, but we just don't want it here. And so that's something you might have heard about, something called not in my backyard, or referred to as NIMBY. And, the reality of it is we all have to work at this together. And folks need to understand that we only have limited amount of land. We can only, that's all we have in our community. And so trying to, as more people move here and, the cost of housing goes up, one of my degrees is in economics, and, this is a supply and demand situation. And if you have limited supply, the price of something will go up. So it's making sure that we continue to provide enough housing, But then we also make sure that we have it at the right price, so that families can afford to continue to live in Palm Beach County. Our working community is so important. We can't we can't have a vibrant economy and opportunities for everybody unless we make sure everybody has a place to live and they're not spending hours on the road commuting from far away.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time. But Greg, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back because you can see that I, on my end, have been having some problems. And I'm hoping that the next time I bring it forward, we'll be able to extend the conversation a little bit more specifically as it relates to the problem that are plaguing the Black community.
Hold on, I have one more question, Mr. Weiss.
Yeah.
The education and youth, what it says here, what initiatives are in place to support Black youth with after-school programs, mentorship, or access to advanced educational opportunities?
Okay, so we have a number of programs. We have a youth services department. You know, county government, and understanding county government here in Palm Beach County is a little more complicated than maybe some other communities. We also have something here called Children's Services Council, which is a taxing district. So on your tax bill, you'll see a tax being levied specifically to help children in our community. So it's not a primary role of county government, but it's an important role that we play in helping to support youth programs. So everything, you'll see, we have communities called CCRT neighborhoods, and those are community revitalization areas. Very, they can be low. They're low income communities, regardless of race or whatever. But we know poverty impacts Black families at a higher rate here than other families. So they would be the recipients of those kinds of programs. But we don't. I want to be clear. We don't discriminate. Everybody is included. When people are struggling financially, we want to make sure that we're giving them the resources. So that means helping to fund after-school programs, making sure that they have access to quality opportunities. And so that means we support places like Boys and Girls Clubs. We support community centers and programs throughout our community, and which would impact our African American neighborhoods as well. It's in terms of scholarships and those sorts of things. That's not something county government is directly involved in, but we work together with our local universities, whether, Palm Beach State College, through FAU, to the private public colleges that are here, to ensure that we're working with them to create opportunities for our local residents. As you know, we recently did a property transfer for Vanderbilt University. And part of the requirements of that is that they're going to ensure that folks from Palm Beach County that might not have had an opportunity to attend Vanderbilt will get that opportunity. So they're going to be taking in additional students from Palm Beach County. And something else I learned about Vanderbilt that I wasn't aware of, and it was actually through a local student who was attending Vanderbilt and told me this. I believe if a family earns less than, I think it's $110,000 or $120,000 a year, they get a scholarship if they're able to get into Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt provides a scholarship for them to be able to attend. So I think it was a great question, though, because I believe education is the key to being able to have a successful life here in Palm Beach County.
Okay. Well, another question just popped in is about criminal justice reform. How is the county addressing racial disparities and policing, sentencing, and incarceration rates for Black residents?
Well, that's totally out of our wheelhouse, but I will tell you, we don't have any direct control over policing or sentencing and incarceration, but we do track it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we try and develop programs to help folks. So we have a program for people that have been incarcerated and returning into our community, both adults and juveniles. One of the things I advocated for personally was we don't have a juvenile detention facility here in Palm Beach County. And so our kids were being sent out of county. And what I advocated for was we've got out by the fairgrounds, there is a juvenile facility. It's very small, but so what we're able to do then is and it was for a very specific, it wasn't for the sort of the general population of juvenile offenders, but we took a section of that and we're now bringing our kids back here.
Mm-hmm.
And so prior to their release, they're coming back into Palm Beach County with programs to help them, you know, with their schooling and if there's behavioral things that they need assistance with as well. But they're back here, and their families can be re-engaged with them without having to travel. And so we've made progress there. But we have diversion programs here, so you know. I mean, I will tell you personally, I have family members that have been incarcerated, both as juveniles and as adults. And, you know, the key is to try and break that cycle before it really begins. And that's important by having diversion programs. And I have worked with our state attorney, our public defender, to advocate on behalf of programs to try and keep people from ending up incarcerated by having the ability to stay in the community, get the additional resources that they might need to help them deal with, you know, what was driving, you know, that behavior that got them into trouble in the first place. So.
Okay. And I'm gonna let you go, but before I let you go, one of the last question just popped in. It was about healthcare. What are you doing to close the healthcare gap? This disappropriately impacts Black families,
Yep.
particularly regarding was that maternal health,
Yep.
mental health.
And preventative care. See that. So, you know, we're looking at, we help support our community health clinics. Again, you know, here in Palm Beach County, people had the foresight years ago, and we have something called the Healthcare District here in Palm Beach County, which has what are called federally qualified health clinics. These will treat folks for either for free or for low cost, and that includes maternal health care. But we've also helped fund community clinics. So in conjunction with FAU and their nursing program to develop community clinics throughout the county. Additionally, I've been an advocate for mental health court. So that what I found out from our sheriff was he is the largest mental health provider here in Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we learned was there are other communities like Broward and Miami-Dade that have had these mental health courts. And they're diversionary programs. And so, again, in combination with our state attorney and the public defender, to bring resources together so that the judge can order, if you will, the individual to have these services. And sometimes it requires, you know, residential treatment. But most of the time, it can be handled with outpatient care for them. So it's an important it's an important thing. And again, it's diverting. It's people, you know, dealing with mental health do not belong being imprisoned. But unfortunately, that's, you know, it's the way it's been handled for a long time, and so we're making progress. And we recently, in a partnership with our healthcare district, helped with the purchase of land. So they are going to be building a center, and that's specifically for mental health, and it will allow it'll basically be a single stop where, if law enforcement is in contact with somebody that is having a mental health crisis, if one of our mental health care teams is on the, is called out or is in the community and runs into somebody who's having a crisis, or a family member, is dealing with a situation with with one of their loved ones, that there's a place for them to go where they can get treatment. The facility will be able to evaluate somebody with so it's up to 24 hours, so 23 hours. If they need, if they need residential treatment, they'll have that there. If they need, if they just need to be stabilized, get the proper medications, those sorts of things, they'll be able to obtain that. And that's going to be available either free or on a sliding scale for folks. So that's coming. The facility is going to take still a couple more years to build. But we've made that investment here in Palm Beach County, our healthcare district, working in partnership, and with all our mental health providers. It's because it takes us all. It's really a complete, community. And so that's something that we've moved forward here in Palm Beach County. So.
Okay. Well,
Well, Tony, I've been blocked out of this one for some kind of reason. My computer keeps dropping everything. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Weiss if I can reschedule one more time. And I'm not sure as it relates to our scheduled meeting with Ms. Marcia Andrews, which was scheduled to be for the last 30 minutes. But for whatever reason, I hope I can straighten this out next week, and we'll be back with more information as it relates to Talk to Me with Brother Carl. Can you hear me,
yes,
Anthony?
yes, I hear you fine, Mr. Weiss. You've been very informative, and I thank you for the questions that you've answered. And I'm sorry I just had to jump in and kind of fill in at the last minute, but you've been very informative. I appreciate your time. If you have anything else you want to say, you can say it at this moment. If not, that concludes our interview. And Brother Carl will reach back out to you, I guess, to either try to reschedule you so that he can have a one-on-one with you.
I would love to do that. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the opportunity. And again, you have the information on how to contact me, how to contact our office. If we can be of assistance, I just want folks to know we're here for you. We want to, if there's something I can help with, we're happy to do it. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be with you this afternoon, and it's been an absolute honor to be able to serve the people of Palm Beach County, and I really appreciate the opportunity you all have given me.
Well, again, I thank you so much for your time. Go take Bentley for a walk.
Okay, he's ready. Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Okay, guys. I don't know what's going on with Brother Carl's technology on his end, because that's definitely where it's coming from on his end. And I had to just jump in real quick and fill in the gap, so to speak. But I think overall the questions that came in, and I thank you, the viewers, for your questions and comments. I've been very appreciative. But Brother Carlos having some major difficulties, and our next guest was supposed to come on at 4:30, and she has not yet signed into the show, so we're going to end the show for now. That was Marcia Andrews, Palm Beach County School Board Member, District 6. Like I said, she has yet to show in or chime in. So unfortunately, that means we're going to probably go ahead and end the show for now.
Talk to me with Brother Carl. We do this every Sunday, 4 p.m. sharp. Don't keep it to yourself. Spread that love. Don't keep it to yourself.
See you next Sunday.
much and we appreciate the view. Every like, every comment, every word from you. Same time, same place, next week's the vibe. So don't forget to hit subscribe. Yo, drop a line, let us know what's good. From the city to the screen, we reppin' the hood. Wisdom, faith and love in the game we lace. See you next week, same vibe, same place. Talk to me, yeah, we keep it real. Brother call on the mic, got that soul you feel. Next Sunday we ride, same truth, same thrill. So until next time, peace, love, and God's will. Yo, drop a line, let us know what's good. From the city to the screen, we reppin' the hood. Wisdom, faith, and love in the game we lace. See you next week, same vibe, same place. Talk to me, yeah. This is Brother Carl signing out. Stay blessed. Don't forget, Sunday at 4, see you there. Yeah, drop a line, let us know what's good. From the city to the screen, we reppin' the hood. Wisdom, faith, and love in the game we lace. See you next week, same vibe, same place. Talk to me. This is Brother Carl signing out. Stay blessed. Don't forget, Sunday at 4, see you there.